So we thought we'd give you a little just update on what we're brewing these days, what we have going on, and just some general ideas for, the channel and, and what we got going. That's repetitive. Yeah. Hi, I'm from the Department of Redundancy Department. So, and to quench our thirst, our club just recently did a Iron Brewer. I don't think we mentioned it, did we?
I don't know. We may have mentioned it once or twice, but
so, and it's you could probably guess what it's about. It's you're given ingredients or requirements you have to meet for a beer, and then you brew that beer with a partner in this case. And we had a membership picnic, and all of the beers were there, and it was kind of like people's choice. So you got a beer cap, and you put it in a particular cup for the beer you liked. I was paired up with Denny Butts, who's been on our show, and we made a wee heavy. And the base recipe is actually, I'll put a link down below. It's actually the one we have from Don on our website. So the beer had to be over 8%, had to have smoke of some form in it. So we used Peat Smoked Malt. And it had to be on a stone fruit, or have stone fruit added to it. And we put it on 5 pounds of plums that Denny grew in his backyard.
So I did not participate. Not that anyone's probably wondering about that, but just those requirements just didn't speak to me. So now I'm kind of regretting it because there were some excellent beers there. There were some mediocre beers too, but some excellent. I mean, most of them were very good.
I'd be honest. I'd be curious to have where they are now. Whatever happened to where we taste the beers like a year or 2 years later. Yeah. Because I know ours was kind of rough to me. I'd like to see the booziness settle down. This one came out at 9.6% ABV. So, and Denny and I actually made 10 gallons of it. He fermented 10, I fermented 10. And he wasn't willing to share his with the club. I'm kidding. He was traveling or something. Couldn't get to kegging it. So,
yeah, I seem to remember him saying that he still had to package it. Man. So, I think I must be smelling the plums. Because it's just really plummy.
And I'll admit, I hadn't worked with plums before, so I wasn't sure how much we should use. And usually a pound per gallon is my starting point for fruit. I would probably go less, 3.5 or 4.
I could see that. Although I think this is great. I don't know. I kind of like. I don't know how to put it, but I kind of like those kinds of stone fruits, plum, and that type of thing. So that's why I think I gravitate towards the Belgian beers, because they have those same kinds of notes. But it just reminds me of like a brandy, like a plum brandy or something like that.
I can see that from this for sure.
Man, I really enjoy drinking this beer.
I mean, personally, I would like to see the maltiness come out a little more, and it kind of tramples all over the smoke because the smoke is very delicate. I mean, it's really, we did not use a lot of peat smoked malt. I'll put how much we use down here, but so I barely get it from it, and I'd like the alcohol to kind of settle down a little bit.
I agree. Yeah, and I think in time, everything you just said will happen, because I think the sweetness from the plums will probably mellow quite a bit. The alcohol will mellow, which will bring out the smoke. I don't know. Yeah. So I think the only disadvantage I can see with this beer is I don't think this would be a good contestant to enter into a contest, because as soon as you taste that, I'd be like, oh, this is oxidized, just because of that plum flavor.
You think so? I think so. I was thinking you can enter it into the fruit category. And with the fruit category, you declare the base beer and the fruit. So I mean, they'd know it's plums. I don't think it would be a good option for it, because the base beer is supposed to still be evident. It's not supposed to be drowned out by whatever you're adding. Right. And in this case, I think the plums kind of drowned it out.
Yeah, I agree.
Not saying I won't drink it.
Oh, no. I think this is, I voted for it.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. So we actually came in second. I think we had 6 or 7 entrants. So they came in second. So I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah. When they announced the winner, there were a couple of people like, oh, I voted for the other one. So that was funny. But no, this is really good. And the one that won was good, but I obviously preferred this one, since that's what I voted for. So I don't know. If you're ever in need of clean up that keg, let me know.
Okay.
I'll take some off your hands.
Yeah, I'm going to end up bottling it, I think, for it, yeah. Although I have to say, I voted for the winner. Yeah, I voted. The coconut one won. The coconut beer. No, that was third, wasn't it?
I think so.
I think I voted for the coconut.
What was it? A peach Weizen?
Yeah, that was Axe's beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which was very good too. I mean, they're all really pretty good. So yeah. So besides that, what do we got going on?
So we decided we're going to start doing some, I don't know, talk about series maybe.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
we're going to do a couple series of different things. So up till now, we've been kind of just doing onesies, twosies of different topics that we found interesting or we thought people would find interesting. But so we're going to do a couple series as far as maybe like fermented foods. I think
that's one of them. Yeah,
and then like maybe fermented hot sauces. One of our more ambitious thoughts was to do how to brew. We're going to start from why do you want to. You've heard about this brewing thing. What's this all about? All the way up through, maybe some more advanced topics. Yeah. So,
and I mean, realistically, the thought crossed our minds that, why should we cover material that's already thoroughly covered? And I'll be honest with you, every time I watch a video or read something, I pick up a little something different, or something that I missed last time comes to mind, and it finally sinks in. And there's still a lot of people out there that are missing the basics. Yeah. And through no fault of their own, there's a lot involved. Yeah. So
I think, and I don't know, maybe we're adding to the noise because I think people get kind of overwhelmed. So that's why I think doing a series is a good idea. So, my thought is that we can, start in episode 1 and you watch it all the way through, and by the time you get to the bottom, you at least have a good handle of, these are my options. So at least that's what I hope. We'll see how it turns out.
Yeah. And we're actually going to start releasing the series. So if you've been with us for a while, we've gotten a lot more consistent on our release cycle. We've been doing one every Wednesday, coinciding with Homebrew Wednesday. But the series, what we think we're going to do is we're going to get them all wrapped up and then start rolling them out on Fridays. And this video, as you probably realize, came out on a Friday. So, our main source of traffic has been from sharing on Facebook. But we kind of want the viewers that are subscribed to get something a little extra, so that if they don't see it on Facebook, they still, get the notification or see it in their feed and come out and have something to watch.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys found it of value. So.
Yeah. And we also have an evil experiment going on around no chill. I personally, I think I'd like to run a lot of stuff around no chill.
Yeah.
Like do a whole no chill series.
The more you get into it, the deeper it goes. So it's just because at first when I started doing it, I just you put the hot wort in there, let it cool down, but then you start thinking about it what about the hops? What about this? What about that? And different ways to do it.
And then did you come up with the topping off with cold water thing?
So I'm sure I wasn't the first, but it just kind of dawned on me.
Okay, but you didn't see it somewhere yet.
No, just I was like,
and
cold water.
And I was just thinking about running a series of experiments where we log the temperature. And maybe put in a bucket of water with some ice as well. Just see what the quickest and easiest way to get it below isomerization is.
Yeah.
But right now we did an experiment with a pale ale and a malty beer, and we're still working on that one. We're going to send it off to a competition, and we'll play that out when we get it. But
So I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Those are the big ones, the series, and then we're going to do some experiments. And obviously, no chill isn't going to be the only experiment. That was just the one that we kind of had been discussing for a while. So I think another experiment series that we probably talked about is the pressure fermentation. Or do a series on pressure fermentation because it's kind of my new shiny object, and then I've been glommed onto that. So I'd like to explore that a little bit too as well.
Yeah. Well, why don't you hang on with us? We'll be right back. Well, so after a brief intermission, I just wanted to get to this. This is a mystery beer. In one competition I ran, and it may be pretty old now. It may have been from the Feast of St. Arnolds Homebrew Comp in 2021. It was we only asked for 2 bottles, but at the time everyone was asking for 3. Someone sent in 3. And it's been sitting in my fridge ever since.
We don't know what.
So let's see what it is. could have used your bottle opener right
yeah,
there.
that's okay. Let's see.
So, well, it seems like I picked a Belgian to store long term.
Yeah, that's it. No, I mean, I don't disagree. It's not very Belgian-y, but it is.
It's
not
banana, and it's got like that more of the Belgian banana aroma to me than the.
Yeah, see, I don't even pick up that.
At least I think so.
I'm getting it now. Or maybe it's. I wonder if it's a Hefeweizen.
I would think the banana would go away so quick, or would have gone away by now. But I could be wrong. I don't know. That might be a Hefeweizen. It is really good banana, though. I mean, it's really mellow.
Yeah, it's not in your face. It's not like a monkey smash you in the face. It's
yeah, I think you're right. I think that's definitely a Hefeweizen.
It's pretty effervescent, though.
Yeah.
I can't remember if they're supposed to be. I think they are.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be a Saison or a single, because you know the single gets that Belgian banana character, and that, to me, the Hefeweizen banana usually goes away quickly. Maybe that's not the case.
Although it's more likely for this to be Belgian, just because it's more popular.
Seems a little dry and light in body.
It does.
To be a Hefeweizen.
Yep. So it's I think you can.
Well, I'm not going to spit it out, though.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's good beer. It's okay.
You want to put a little plum wee heavy in it? See what it tastes like?
A little mixing.
So some other developments we got going on with the channel is we got t-shirts. I wish we had thought to wear some, but we only bought a few. I actually have it on my to-do list to buy some more.
Yeah.
You know, tomorrow, I think. So I bought 2, and my son stole one and then moved out. And so I'm never getting that one back.
Yeah, no. I
and
so.
But yeah, so we made some t-shirts with our slogan. I can show you a little clip of one of the shirts, and at the end of our videos we've been adding an outro with them, but we'll put the URL down here. If you want to support the show, feel free to pick up a t-shirt, and there's sweatshirts and magnets and stickers and pillows and all sorts of stuff there as well. Yeah, but whatever, you know, if you're into that sort of thing.
Yep.
And we also set up a buy me a coffee thing. If you found something interesting that helped you out, maybe you could buy us a coffee, and we promise we'll spend the money on beer. Yeah, we ain't buying no coffee.
We're gonna do like coffee. And so but we'll definitely spend it on beer or beer related products. So if you know, if we get a lot of people supporting us, but yeah, if we get a lot, I could see us using. We'll just roll that back into the show, and you know, there's a lot of like little gewgaws and gadgets that we keep thinking about. Like, oh, that'd be really cool to get and, you know, do a review on, and we just don't because, you know, I want to buy grain and stuff to make beer. So, but anyway, if we could, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be terrific. Yeah. So, aside from that, I've got a Oktoberfest going right now. Right now, it's the end of August when we're filming this, and Oktoberfest is right around the corner, and I am looking forward to those beers coming out.
Yeah.
And I couldn't wait, so I made my own.
You know, one thing I saw on Facebook that I never even considered was somebody bought some Oktoberfest beer. And they're like, hey, this is kind of early. And they looked at the bottom, it was from last year. So mind those dates. Keeping on those Best Buy dates. Yeah. I just thought that was kind of awful. But I think I read the comments, and they took it back to the store and got a refund. So
good. Okay.
You know, all's well that ends well, but still.
Yeah, I know. There's one time I bought some beer at a liquor store, and it was, I didn't realize it until I got home, but the bottles were just covered in dust. That's like, how long have these been sitting around? So
sometimes that's desirable. Most times.
Yeah, no, this wasn't one of those styles. But so know your styles, know how well they age. And so I think we have a pumpkin beer coming up for our club's doing a autumn seasonal beer competition.
That's right.
And we're going to do a base pumpkin beer and then split it up and make it extra autumny. Autumnal.
Ooh, yeah, there you go.
Extra autumnal on our own.
Uber autumnal.
Well, and I'm curious to see how they come out, because the way we got inspiration for it is I Googled fall desserts, and just the combinations of stuff out there, that, because I'm not so super crazy about pumpkin spice. I don't mind it, but I don't know. I just think there's other notes we could hit on.
Yeah.
Other ways we could go with the autumn beer.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even using pumpkin, as long as the spice doesn't overpower it, because I know pumpkin's a really light flavor and doesn't really have a flavor. Mm-hmm. But if you do it with a deft hand, some of those beers are really good.
Yeah, and I like a heavier beer for a pumpkin beer. Like Bristol Brewing does a Venetucci pumpkin ale. Most years they had some issues. I don't know, maybe last year and the year before.
Yeah, I think that was because Mr. Venetucci passed away.
Oh, I thought he passed away.
Was that a while ago?
Yeah,
there was some.
I thought it's because of weather-induced crop problems. Because they use pumpkins from Venetucci farms. Yeah. My understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the Venetucci family donated the farm as a community farm. So they make the beer with the pumpkins from the farm, and then the proceeds go back to the farm. So, and there's lines around the block when they release it, people trying to get it. Liquor stores will only sell you X number of bottles at a time, but it's a really good beer. It's more of a porter, it's heavy on the nutmeg. I think the last time I tried it, so it's not thin, it's not overpowered by the pumpkin spice. So it's pretty good. That's why I like.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever tried that.
I think I have a bottle in my closet I've been storing for a while.
Oh, I'll try to snag some this year maybe. I've been not going to liquor stores to buy beer because I
get too much at home.
Yeah. That's just, I can't drink it fast enough.
So we're talking about how much beer we have on hand, and I got my kegerator up and running. We should do a video on it too, but it's a side-by-side fridge. I've got lagering in the freezer side. I've got kegs on tap and a couple shelves of beer on the fridge side. But so I have two friends that I brew beer for, and I brought Scott a keg the other day, and he sends me a picture, and if I can still dig it, I'll put it up here. And I brought him my Leicht beer, Rev 2, and he said, can you explain what's going on here? And he sent me this picture, and I thought it was an empty glass with foam on top, but it was actually a clear liquid in the glass. And what happened was, when I disconnected the Leicht beer, I put it behind me and then reconnected the lines and cleaned up and shut the keg, and then I grabbed a keg of sanitizer and brought it to his house. So I found the lost keg. I put it in there to cool down again, and I'm hoping to bring it out to him tomorrow. So
this is the worst beer you've ever
brewed. Man, I'm glad you didn't drink it.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, it was completely clear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he said it smelled like lime because of the acidic.
Yeah, that's funny.
So, but yeah, we've been brewing a lot, and I've got way caught up.
Yeah, I got too caught up because the last couple beers. Well, I brewed 2 beers, a single and a blonde, and both were fermented in a fermenter that I bought from Ed in our club, and they both kind of had a weird flavor to them when I pulled them out. So I'm letting them sit, and then we brewed our experiment that you talked about previously. So they're in my keezer now. So I've got basically and then I had the American Lager that we'd done a review on.
Oh man, that's good.
Yeah,
it just needed a couple more weeks to really get
just
good.
to kind of lager a little bit longer. So that's fine. I don't know if I'm going to brew that specific recipe again, but I'll drink it.
I may steal it and brew it.
Oh yeah. So I'm swimming in beer. Yeah, at least for now. Like every time one of us says that, in like 2 weeks we're like, I don't have any beer. I don't know where it goes. So
I'm strategizing how to give it away.
Yeah.
So the other guy I brewed for, Bill, I gave him 2 kegs of cider, and he's been having trouble with an air leak, and I was tied up, so I couldn't really help him locate it. And then last time I was up there, his air lines were full of liquid.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, Bill, you got to take those apart. We got to clean them up, get it all put back together. So he's been tied up, so he hasn't had time to do it. So meanwhile, he's sitting on 2 kegs of cider, and he hasn't drank them.
Yeah.
So I can't replace him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
So so he'll get there, but I think I'll get through it okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So we talked about the T-shirts. We talked about the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about what we got brewing. I think that covers it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll just be cranking out the videos. You'll see us for sure every Wednesday. Friday will be a little more special, and then once we get the series put together, we'll lay those out on Fridays.
Yeah.
The big ones right now are probably how to brew fermented foods and fermented beverages. Yeah.
Yep.
Not all of them will be alcoholic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, because I mean, what's like vinegar? Is that a? That's not a beverage.
No, that'd be a food. Yeah, I'd call it a food.
I think you're right. Yeah. But yeah.
Sure.
That's all I got.
Well, until next time, if you have feedback, let us know. If you want us to talk about something, we can.
Yeah.
I mean, we basically work for you. If you guys want to see it, we'll do what we can to make it happen.
Yeah.
Until next time, cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for watching our video. Check out our website at coloradobrewtalk.com for more great content.
While you're there, be sure to leave us a comment or drop us a line with your thoughts.
You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter at CO Brew Talk, or follow the links below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future content.
Or episodes. As the case may be. Yeah. Hi, how you doing? That was weird. Got that out too quick.